Welcome to NGNG Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Cyclones will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So TCU's offense will get the first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last year. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Jefferson. Quickly to the tight end. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. The Horned Frogs had this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Coming out with it, it's Hatchett. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Iowa State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a crew.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. Smashes ahead. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Looking for a big gain. Grabs it inside the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Brooks. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Finds his tight end. Still running up the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. A little release to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brooks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He's going to try to knock one through. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Creates a little space. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And the Cyclones buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Complete to start this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He takes it at the 45. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got him. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Finds a little space. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The give from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Brooks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. They get to him as he throws.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Touchdown, TCU! Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Out of the gun, to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking downfield, it's Jefferson. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the run, still looking. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
It's a running room. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play. Instead, they're looking at a third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. Punt is on its way. He's got it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And the try is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And off from the shotgun. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Great place to start for this offense. They'll give it to the back. He's in open space downfield. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. Oh, what a cut! And he's brought down after a nice game. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback,
Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly...
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll ride the hot hand. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Charlotte has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 24 to Duke. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And the...
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
He'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Back to throw, it's Jefferson. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, they're after him. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Cyclones come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Floats it out in space. He breaks a tackle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw it. Right down the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room if you take.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Jefferson. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Let's go! They go to the draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.